Hello everybody and welcome to County. My name is Dakota Thorne and this is a little how-to and a little get started in Wisteria Ridge. This is only going to go over basics and everything that y'all need to know here. And answer most frequently asked questions from new townsfolk. These are suggestions from our community that they would love to see and learn about in video for a little bit more detail and tutorial of how to in Wisteria. So let's get on started, shall we? So here is our pin board. Our pin board is a necessity in Wisteria because it is how businesses communicate, how businesses post what they're looking for, if they're hiring, how townfolk post if they're looking to be hired somewhere, if they're looking for items, if they have a bulk amount of items that they're looking to sell to a business or to anybody that's looking for them. It is how the community communicates with each other in game at all times. So this pin board is constantly going off. It is constantly blowing up with stuff and info. Events are also posted on it. So it is used daily, every day, every hour, and every minute. It is very important to come here and check it or look on the newspaper to see the webhook of it. So you can see here we have people wanting to look for horses. You can see an event is posted. You can see some flyers are used here. People, advertising that they make bulk orders for stuff. There is stuff about getting a gang together to go to Tumbleweed because currently we have a plague out there that's caused zombies. There are people wanting to buy nitrite. These are just like the common things that you will find on our pin board. In order to make a pin board post, you will go to New Notice. If you have an image link, you'll post it here. If you want to post text, it'll go here. And you can hit leave. That is our pin board. If you're looking for what it looks like on the map, it is a simple blip. It says bulletin board, and one is located in every town. So fresh out of county, after you make your character, you're probably going to wonder what all these things on your screen mean. On the right side, you basically have your money, the gold, we have cash, and then you have your PvP on, which you cannot turn PvP off here. You also have your hat size number, which is roleplay term for your ID number in county, -10 currently. It can go up to over 100 as need be, depending on how many players are in county. On my left side, which when you first start out, it will be in the middle on the bottom of your screen. But if you simply go to edit needs, you can rearrange all of these lovely icons here. So I've seen people put them here. People like maybe keep them down here, but usually text and prompts pop up down here and it's a little in the way. So the most common place is on the left side because usually the prompts come up here or down here. So the ones that you're going to want to really care about is your dirty system because you do need to clean yourself in Wisteria. If you don't have good hygiene, you can get sick. The temperature tells you like how warm, cold your character is because depending on what they are wearing, it will change and where you're located. So it's very important for your character to be in the middle ground. Your thirst, your hunger, your stamina, your health. This is your horse's stamina and health. And also your addiction system. Tobacco and alcohol use and drug use does cause addiction. In order to get out of this editing needs, you're going to just simply hit escape. And it will save your position that you have your UI. You do not want to put your UI needs too far off the screen or it will have a forever scroll wheel on the right of your screen. So, all right, let's talk about our mailing system. So when you get off the boat or the train, those are terms used in roleplay to not break immersion to describe that you are a new townfolk in Wisteria. So usually when you tell people that, they will grab you by the arm and show you around themselves, but This is a video for those little introverts like me. So the mailing system, if you hit M, that's how you open your map. You can see all the blips. Feel free to click on them so you get used to where everything is. And when you double click a blip, you can actually, it'll mark a waypoint and it'll actually tell you how to get there on your mini map. So the mailing system in Blackwater is in the town hall. It's called Mail Office. When you walk in there and go to the blip, it will say like pay $10 to register for a mailbox, and you'll hit yes. The mailbox is a very important tool in Wisteria County. It is how everybody communicates with each other. So in order to get to the mailbox, you're going to type \mail and it'll bring up your mail system. If you see people with an open notebook writing stuff, typically that means that they're in their mailbox. Your P.O. box number is posted here. So as you saw on the pinboard, you could have seen like some people posting their P.O. boxes to contact them. That's basically what this is, a contact system. You have an address book. You can add new contacts here. You have your mail folders. This is how you send a letter. And then you have your inbox here. It's a very simple system and easy to use. So let's go over some menus. How to emote, how to sleep, and how to get to the fancy outfit packs. So first, let's talk about sleeping. In Wisteria, you do need to sleep and energize your character. If you get to a low level of sleep and energy, your character will stumble around and start seeing visions, and it interrupts gameplay. So in order to do that, you're going to hit the number 2 on your keyboard. You're going to go to gameplay, sleep. You can check your tiredness, and this is how you're going to sleep. You can pick if you want to sleep on your belly or your back, and then how to wake up. You would do the same thing and hit wake up. The other menu in this 2 menu is your outfit packs. You have different dresses, accessories to wear with those dresses, or you don't have to wear the dress in order to wear the accessory. You can just wear them now with your normal clothes, which I've seen people do. There's an emote menu in this gameplay menu. It's RP Overhaul. The wilderness camp is how most people set up tents and camps. It's mostly used for the roleplay. These camps are not permanent, so they do disappear after restarts. We have the actions menu right here, different walk styles, emotes, standing roles, you can sit. Then we have our 8 menu, which has a lot more actions and gestures to do. There's so many dances here. It also tells you the command to type quickly. Then the other important menu that you're going to want to know is our 4 menu, which is to bring up the horse care. So once you get yourself a horse, you see my horse has debuff effects right now. You're going to go to your 4 menu and you're going to hit display info, and it's going to tell you all about your horse. As you see, my horse is overfed, so my horse is going to not run. It's going to just do a gallop. Anything faster, it will stop, take breaks. My horse needs to be walked in order to lower that food level and used. So, and they can get thirst debuffs also if it gets too high. So the max is 100. If it gets over 100, you start to see debuffs. To care for your horse, you just go to metabolism interactions and you can let them graze or drink. You can also rest them. Resting them does also take off some of that hunger debuff. But that's a really good menu to use and have for your pony. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I purchase myself a horse? Or how do I get myself a horse in Wisteria? Simply, you're going to need to find a horse trainer for that. In order to find a horse trainer, your best bet is to go to the P.O. box, or you could head to the newspaper. The newspaper is a roleplay immersion term to refer to Discord, and you can check the on-duty system. So the on-duty system is a way for our big businesses to display that they are actively on duty, looking for work, and they are at their business and they post their P.O. box. So you will simply send them a letter through your mailing system to let them know, like, town folk off the boat looking to purchase a horse. What do you have available? Usually when you tell them that you are fresh off the boat or off the train, they kind of get the hint that you are a new town folk, and that is how they will set you up with a horse. You don't need anything fancy, you just need a horse to get you from A to B to start off with. So I'm going to go over the inventory system and some tips and tricks on how to get bigger inventory or space to hold stuff, because you will definitely need it, especially when you're first starting out and you're gathering resources for other businesses or for yourself. You're going to need bigger space than what your pockets can hold. Your pockets refer to your inventory system. It is a term that you use when during roleplay and communicating with each other. You say, hey, I'm looking into my pocket. To get into your pockets, you will push I, and it'll bring up all your stuff in your inventory. Starting off, you're not going to have this much stuff, but this is where all your stuff is going to go. So in order to eat your items, you're going to double click and you will eat your food and it will go up. That was a gold core item. For a drink, you will double click your drinks and you will quickly drink. In order to give somebody money, you're going to hit give money type. And that's pretty much how you're going to give any item to someone. So that is your inventory system. Now you're probably wondering, how do I get more bag space? Well, we do have book bags in county. And the book bags are great to add more inventory space for you. So in order to do that, you will need to be wearing your book bag. But first, where can you get a book bag? So the most common place to get a book bag would be your general stores. Every town has a general store. So they sell book bags here. And in order to use the book bags, you will need to double click on one of them and it will appear on your back. Now this is quite a hefty looking book bag, but it is cheap and it is good to get you started. So you're going to go back to inventory, you're going to double click on that bag and you're going to hit G to open. And this adds another extra 250 pounds of space for your inventory. If you have stuff in here, you won't be able to remove it right away. You'll need to store it somewhere else or empty your bag. So we can hit remove to remove your bag. Now, we do have custom fancy ones like this cat book bag, but in character, you're going to have to find out where to get those. But we do have limited fancy book bags that are really nice and cute. So a lot of things to make money are in character, but I'm going to show you where to get some tools that you're going to need for some of these things, and we're going to talk about ways to make money, but I'm not going to give any like where or hows. This is just going to go over money making really quickly, really speedy. So any blacksmith will have any of these tools that you're going to see at this blacksmith. This is the one in Blackwater. So you're going to hit G to open the store. And you're going to see on the right side is the store and the left side is your bag. So the things that you're going to need are, you're going to need a lumber axe. Money is going mining. You can buy yourself pickaxes. You can carry up to 4 here. You can go to any of the mines, mine stuff for people, and they will buy it from you. Now, my personal favorite way to make money is gold panning. But let's track back to pickaxe and mining. When you go mining, I recommend buying some whetstones. I think you can carry up to 100, but buy yourself some whetstones. As you're mining, you will get these things called shiny ores, and you'll be able to wash them at any water source, like a lake or a stream or a river, and then you will take them to the back of the blacksmith here, and you'll be able to cut them with the whetstones and get yourself gems. You will then be able to sell those nice gems for each level, because there is a leveling system with it, to this NPC, or you can travel up north to the other NPC. He will buy them from you for a good price. Now, the more that you do it, the higher level and the higher gems that you'll get, and the more money you'll get from doing that. So let's talk about gold panning. So after you buy yourself a gold pan from the blacksmiths, you'll be able to go anywhere, any stream, any lake of water. And you'll be able to gold pan. There are hidden gem spots. It takes time because you can only hold up to 20 gold nuggets. I'm not going to disclose those locations because you need to find them in character. Go travel around, start gold panning places. Write little notes in your notebook of the best places that you've gathered gold. So the other item that you're going to need when you gold pan is a gold smelt. And you will also need to head to our specialty store. And you will need to buy from him. You will need to buy from him a general book. In that general book, you get recipes. So I know it's a little costly, but I promise it's worth it. And I will tell you why it's worth it. So in this general book, you can see the recipes here. So you have hot tea right now. There will be more recipes to come. So you can make yourself drinks. Turn your smelted gold into gold bars. You need 5 smelted gold in order to turn 1 gold bar. After you smelt the gold, you will come to the specialty store. You'll hit sell. And you can only carry 5 gold bars on you, I believe. But you can turn those into cash real quick. See, please do not use your gold smelter in town limits because it does explode and cause serious damage to people. So in order to get a weapon in Wisteria, you will need to find a gunsmith or weaponry. We are in Blackwater again, so here is the gunsmith here in Blackwater. As you can see, there's quite a bit of ammo. There is arrows, there's cameras. Yes, they work. You got your long arms. There's a variety of weapons to buy from him. We have several food locations for you to indulge in lovely food items. We got bakeries, diners, seafood restaurants. We got saloons. We got general stores. We got candy shops. We got it all. We literally even have a cat cafe. So if you're looking for food, there's food in every corner at all types of prices. Our economy is not strict or hard to make money. You just have to be willing to make it and put in the effort to make the money. Head over to our lovely seed shop. There is a seed store in every town. There are always businesses looking to buy crops. These are needed in county because a lot of people need crops for their crafting recipes for their business. So other ways to get yourself some money, we have public jobs. You can see them on the map. They're a green price tag looking thing, and it says public jobs. They are currently open. You can always find the bounty hunter boards, and you can do some bounty hunter missions. If that's not your style, people 110% recommend hunting. I recommend before selling to the NPC butcher to go to any food business or saloon and see if they're going to buy the meat. Chances are they will buy it at a much higher price than the butcher. People like to fillet fish and sell it to a seafood restaurant, or they like to go fishing and sell to the fish buyer. Another way to make some money would be our wagon missions. We also have Madame Nazar that does the collectibles. We have legendary hunting over here. In Strawberry, we have the herbalist. You can do some herbalist missions or herbalist collections. We have a variety. We even have supernatural themed herbalist missions. There's a ton of ways to get money and to make them here. It might be a little bit of a grind to start out with, but I promise it'll be worth it because that grind doesn't last forever. We also do have a ton of illegal activities, but again, we have a black market and you're gonna have to find that out in character. Most of those things are in character though, so if that's your type of thing, we got it. Those are just some tips and tricks of getting started. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to make a part 2. But thank you guys for watching this very long video. I hope my voice wasn't too annoying. And I will see you for part 2. Bye!